Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Bitcoin mining's growing demand on the grid is a ticking time bomb for our planet's future. Imagine the lights going out across New York City, as they did in 2003 during a heat wave, or even worse, the collapse of the entire power system. That's what's happening right now, folks, all thanks to the insatiable appetite of Bitcoin mining operations. Bitcoin mines are massive energy consumers, rivaling small cities in terms of their electricity usage. But here's the thing, many of these operations are powered by polluting power plants that spew out carbon dioxide and other toxic emissions into our atmosphere. Take North Tonawanda, for example, where a Bitcoin mine has been operating since 2016, consuming over 100 million kilowatt-hours of electricity per year. That's more than the entire town's energy usage combined. And guess what? The power plant that fuels this operation is old and inefficient, burning fossil fuels like coal to generate electricity. Now you might be thinking, but wait, isn't Bitcoin all about clean energy? Well, not exactly. While some Bitcoin mining operations do use renewable energy sources like solar or hydroelectric power, many others rely on dirty power plants that are sucking up our planet's resources and spewing out pollution. The problem is even more complex than you might think. Because the electricity grid isn't always divided neatly along state lines, it can happen that a Bitcoin mine in one state is drawing energy from a polluting power plant in another. That means the pollution from those power plants can end up affecting communities thousands of miles away. But here's the thing, the cryptocurrency industry claims that its mining operations are actually stabilizing the grid. They say they're powering down their operations during peak demand times and using excess renewable energy to reduce their carbon footprint. However, experts say this claim hasn't been tested, and even if it were true, would we really want our power plants running at full capacity all the time? I don't think so. We need to be thinking about a more sustainable future, not just trying to paper over the problems of the past with greenwashing. So what can we do about this? Well, for starters, we need to hold our elected officials accountable for supporting clean energy policies that prioritize the health of our planet. We also need to demand greater transparency from companies like Bitcoin mining operations, so we know exactly where our electricity is coming from and how much pollution it's producing. At Bitcoin Bulletin, we're committed to telling you the story behind the headlines. We're not just talking about the flashy tech and the millionaire moguls, we're talking about the real people affected by this crisis. We're talking about the communities that are bearing the brunt of the pollution and the scientists who are sounding the alarm. That's why I'm here today to tell you that the story of Bitcoin mining is far from over. It's a story that requires us to confront our addiction to fossil fuels, to think creatively about energy storage, and to demand more from our leaders. So let's keep talking about this, folks. Let's keep pushing for change, because if we don't, who will?